What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about the Ultimate Champion, previously known as the Mutt Master. Now, I'm going to make sure everybody thoroughly understands this. This is a very, very involved process, but it's still the same process that we've been dealing with over the last couple years. So there's nothing that makes this more difficult than the previous ones. Same exact things that are going to go on. So let's go ahead and break it down. Obviously, at this point, you guys know that it is Cam Chancellor. You can get him to a 95 overall. You are going to need the Ultimate Champion collectibles to be able to do this. Now, these are the 4 sections that we're going to go over, because some of you guys that don't really understand what's going on, or even if you're a Madden veteran, the way that they have it, they've set it up, it's supposed to be a little bit more simplistic, but if you follow through it, sometimes you can get lost, right? So this is the major thing that we want to start off with. For those of you guys that are wondering what's going on with the overalls, right? In order to get all of the collectibles that you're going to need, you're going to eventually have to win 100 games with an overall of, greater than or equal to 87. Now, this is the situation, right? You can do it with this one too, but you would have to spend money right now to get it to an 87. Because look, as long as you reach 87, the overall is greater than or equal to 83. So you can do this section together if you can get it up to 87 games faster. But the only way to probably do that right now is probably spending money. I'm never going to recommend that you guys spend money, because that's not my position to do that, to make it like, oh yeah, it's only this amount. I'm not counting anybody's pockets. This gonna be greasy. Low key, we might have to just repeat a challenge or something to get this one done with 100 games. Either way, this is not a big deal. The biggest part about this, though, is making sure that you have an overall of 70 or less to do the first couple ones. After that, you got to go win 40 games with an overall of 80 or less, but you can pretty much go ahead and get these things done in a suitable fashion, right? Because you have to make sure that that's the key thing. Overall of 70 or less, win 40 games with an overall of 80 or less. So you can still win all 40 games with having the less than 70 overall. All right, it's not something that you have to go, do this separately. You should be able to do the 60 games right here with the 70 overall. Even though it may be more challenging, that's something that I would recommend that you do. Just get the 60 out of the way. We're gonna go over some things to kind of see how they're counting it, because it doesn't tell you the amount, it just tells you the percentage. Like usually we'll tell you like, yo, you did 5 games, 6 games. Now it just gives you the percentage of the games. So that was something else that you guys were finding a little bit more difficult. At this time, I don't know if it's another way to see it. We can go over, usually on the missions tab, they give you the option to go ahead and see what's going on at the, in different aspects, but they took away that section that shows like what's going on this screen. So the only way that you can see really what's going on, like with the missions tracker and stuff like that, it doesn't really give you everything unless you've actually completed the different parts. So it's very, very difficult to really see how many games individually, but it goes by the percentage. If there's someone here that knows where it shows the individual, please let us all know and share the knowledge so we can go. At this point, I'm just going based on the fact that when you go to the missions tab and you go to Ultimate Champion and you go to the actual increased overall part, all it does is actually show you, the percentage. So don't be like, oh my god, I don't know how many games. The percentage will go up the more you win. So just win more games and go back and check the percentages. So one of the other things that we get asked a lot, Gmia, how do I go back and change my lineup? We'll do that in a second. The next thing we're gonna do, you gotta win solo battles or head-to-head games. So you need to win 75 head-to-head games to earn an Ultimate Champion token, 30 head-to-head, because I'm not doing solo battles. So I'm just gonna go, but they give you the option to do either one. All right, that's just the way that they do it. It's fine. Again, it doesn't tell you anything else other than the percentage. It's not giving you the, the value of it. Get stars and challenges. All right, get 50 challenges complete all 50 challenges in the Gridiron Forge. That's one section, right? Then you got the next one. Earn 750 stars and challenges total. Again, giving you the percentages. So you'll be able to know what's going on with that situation. And then finally, the earn stats. We all know about this, bro. We all know about this. Daily objectives, obviously. The extended daily objectives, you don't need to do those. All that really counts is completing the daily objectives. You need 25 daily objectives to be able to go ahead and unlock that collectible. And then you have the thing with the total points. You got rushing yards, intercepting passes, rushing TDs. You got the passing TDs, record the sacks, 1,000 solo tackles, forced 50 fumbles. Now, before you guys start getting like, oh my god, it's a lot of stuff, this is the same way pretty much that it's been over the last couple of years with getting the Mutt Master, who is now the Ultimate Champion. Now, how do you get his, his base card to start? You pretty much have to go through, right here, it'll show you with the Ultimate Season. I believe you get him at level 4 or 5. So let's take a look at that real quick. Hold on, why is it doing that? Bro, just let me go where I was at. What is this, bro? Put me back. Okay, so where is it? Okay, the season champion. Okay, reach level 4 to earn that. Because I got him around that section over here. It was like around 4 or 5. But now I see the season champion, which is Devin Hester or Junior Seau. So that's obviously not it. So this is 2 through 10. So where's the rest of them? Okay, so there it goes. Yeah, I don't know exactly why it's not showing. I guess we could probably go to his section over here and it'll tell us how to get it again. But I know I got it around the time when use the Ultimate Champion collectibles to upgrade Cam Chancellor. Earn them by, what are we gonna do? Okay, upgrade him to that, upgrade him. Okay, so these are the different ways when you're upgrading him. But I believe you unlock him at level 4. And then you'll just get the collectible that I'm gonna show you right now. And then I'm also gonna show you how to revamp your squad. But just know that before you get to level 5, you should have him. You're gonna get this card over here. Let me go into the binder and show you what you're gonna be looking forward to. So he is gonna be a strong safety. So I'll show you and give you all the information on the card. So there he is right here. It'll show you exactly description Mutt 22 Ultimate Champion. I acquired it on the 14th. It's an objective reward, but unfortunately for me, right now, showing you guys, I know I got it by level 4, so it's probably somewhere around that you unlock him. So that once you start grinding through it, it should pop up. Now, to let you guys see what his numbers will be, okay, once you get him, this is very, very important for you guys to understand. This card is going to be a nightmare on the field. And more than ever, you will need a card that is like this: high zone coverage, decent speed, good hit power, all that good stuff. So it works out. His zone coverage is going to be 92. He's going to be almost a maxed out tier in regards to thresholds. So if he doesn't play defense, I don't know who will. Let's just be totally honest about it. I don't know. But I will tell you again, this is a very, very important card to go after. Now, when you look at your squad, right? And you're trying to figure out, like, all right, look, I need to do certain things. I got to make sure that I get my team to a 70 or less, right? So you're going to go through this. You're going to go over to the side, and you're going to change the active lineup. So right now, I'm on my regular team lineup. Your mom's is mine, right? So I'm going to create a new lineup. All right, new. We're going to call this one, okay, new empty. We could copy active lineup. You know what it is? If we go and just copy the lineup, we can just put lower level players in. Right? That kind of makes sense. Like, I would do it this way. Just copy your current lineup if it's over 70 overall, and then we're just going to call this, Ultimate Champion, right? So that we know what lineup we're using it for. And then after we get to the part where it's like 83 and above, we just go back to our regular team. So that way it's just easier, but we're trying to win the games with the lesser overall right now. So I believe that that's very, very important, because this is the part that's annoying. And you got to make sure that you're doing it. Nobody wants to run around, with a 70 overall team or whatever. So let's just make sure that we're on the right lineup. What I like to do is to go back to change active lineup, make sure that we are on Ultimate Champion. Okay, so they're saying it's already our current lineup. Now, we can go ahead and start removing people. So Derek Gano, we're going to bench you right quick, and we're going to put the lowest overall, in at that position. All right, so we'll substitute for this position only. It's going to start dropping the overalls. And that's what your primary objective is. You want to get it to a 70 overall. So you press the square button or the X button on Xbox and put the most absolutely ridiculous cards in. And then you'll see that the players will start to, your overall will start to drop. And then you'll be pretty much good to go with getting it down to a 70. Again, get go for the lowest of the lows. And get it to keep going down. Now remember, when you go to play, you're going to play these challenges, not a human opponent. Just keep that in mind. You're not playing a human opponent. And the reason I'm keeping Justin Fields there is because we're going to probably need a quarterback that can actually throw the ball. He's already started another position. This guy's already started another position. What about this guy? Okay, now we drop down to a 79. We'll take this guy out, right? And then we're gonna put in a total bum at this position. Maybe this guy, okay, 78. If you wanted to go through all of this, I think you could get it pretty low doing it this way. You know, as opposed to, like I said, if you go any other route, like starting from new, I guess you could just add everybody, but I think it's just easier because you'll take away the main starter. So you'll know already, like, all right, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put the highest card back. If you wanted to keep the same lineup. For those of you guys that are gonna keep your same players, that's an option for you guys. You can do whatever you like, however you want to do it. But this is the way that I choose to do it because it's always been the easiest way for me. And you get it all the way down, and then you just go out there, win the games, and you're done. Once it's over, I don't think you have to do this again, but I could be wrong. Because like I said, usually EA will have different like type of challenges and stuff for you that you'll possibly be able to do. I'm not 100% sure like the way that it would work out in the end, but it is something that probably they may have something where you have to complete certain games with a different overall. Usually it's only once for this though. Usually. Alright? Usually that's what goes on. So just make sure that you keep that in mind. Alright, so Jalen Ramsey, if we get rid of him, we should be able to probably get it down to, okay, 71. So after this corner maybe, we get it down to a 70. We'll go ahead and adjust that. That guy's already there for this position only. Alright, so now we're at a 69 overall. Now we back out, right? So you guys remember what we were doing before? How we didn't have any percentages as far as from the 70 overall team or less. We go over here, we check this real quick, right? We have no percentages. None. Now we're going to go, and we're going to go complete a couple challenges. I'll just repeat them real quick. Probably... which challenge will be the easiest to do? Probably, I would say maybe the campaign, maybe the first one. Oh no, because you can't repeat them. I'll repeat that. I'll complete that Brady and the early challenges stuff later. What we could do is this. We can go over to the challenges on this screen because for some reason it doesn't give you a drop down for Gridiron Forge. So we'll do this, right? We'll go back to the first one here, and then this will be rush for 10 yards and rush for 5 yards in 2 plays, right? So you'll go and do this one. And then we'll repeat it twice to see what's going on with it, to give us an idea of what's going on. And that's pretty much how you would get this part done. Every other aspect of this is pretty much self-explanatory. So, you don't really have to do... Okay, let me get a better... Who is this idiot? Evans, get out of here, bro. Derrickano Henry still there. We'll put Kamara in for this. And let's go ahead and run some power O real quick. So, go ahead, hike it. Let's run this ball real quick. Okay, hold that block. Okay, nobody's blocking for me. That's to be expected. But it is arcade mode, so it doesn't matter. That's why you go to the easiest challenges, because you don't want to be playing with a 70 overall team against anybody with any kind of basic skill. You go through that, you should easily be able to complete that challenge, right? So we're going to do it twice, just so you guys can get an idea of what's going on. And make sure that this is however you want to go about doing it, you can do whatever you want. But I just feel that it's necessary to let you guys see how I do this part. And you just repeat the challenges pretty much. And just go ahead, get that done. And then once this is done, you go back to your 83 overall team. Everything is good. You have no problems. Return back to the challenges. All right. And let's go check the percentages. And then everything else, as far as getting the yards, getting the interceptions, all that stuff. However you choose to go about that, that's fine. I will give you information as I figure out new ways to get stuff done. So don't really worry about that. I just want you guys to see what's actually going on, so you understand more or less how you have to do it. So let's go back over to the mission select, Ultimate Champion. We'll check to increase your overall, and now you see we have percentages here. And then that's pretty much the hardest part of all of this. Everything else, collecting stats, getting the head-to-head wins, and getting the stars, pretty much self-explanatory. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Hopefully you're having an unbelievable day. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.